Bob Becker joined the Saginaw Valley College staff in 1968 as Director of Business and Auxiliary Services, just 5 years after the college's inception.
Actually, I met Bob when he hired me to teach and coach in the Saginaw Public Schools. Bob at the time was Personnel Director for Saginaw Public Schools, and I was in the job market, I think it was August of 1968.
1969, when I came to interview for Saginaw Valley College. Bob was one of the very first ones I met. He was with the administration then, had been there just a year or two, but was the business manager, I believe. And anyway, I met Bob, and we met Bob and his family, and they befriended us and took care of us in our initial days in Saginaw.
I had met Bob for the first time when I joined the university in the fall of 1970. And he was one of the first individuals that I met, and at that point in time he was working in the business services office and running that side of the university operation. That would have been the beginning of the winter semester of 1972 when I transferred to Saginaw Valley from Ferris State, and went into Bob's office to ask him whether or not I could play golf for him.
In 1969, he began his 20-year role as golf coach, participating in 14 NAIA national tournaments, including a runner-up finish in 1984. Becker was inducted into the NAIA Men's Golf Hall of Fame in 1986.
Well, we all played for Bob, and I think there's a lot of things that you learn through the game of golf, and Bob had a way of, like most people in a teaching situation, get people to understand the relative theories that go with golf really parallel life an awful lot.
Before his retirement in 1998, the Saginaw native served as Director of Athletics for 18 years. During that time, Saginaw Valley State University's athletic teams won 63 conference titles in 12 sports and captured 5 national championships in men's track and field, women's softball, and bowling. Becker was instrumental in helping select the Cardinal as SVSU's mascot, and he played a key role in the design of the Jack RYDER Center and the remodeling of the Harvey Randall Wicks Memorial Stadium.
You know, the face of SVSU athletics is Bob Becker. I mean, and there's all kinds of benchmarks that you can look at that shows the fact that that is the case.
He was the founder. He was the godfather of Cardinal athletics, and so yeah, very well deserving. He built so many things there that carry on right now because of Becker.
He also was involved in luring both the Detroit Pistons and the Detroit Lions to SVSU to conduct their training camps during the 1990s.
To this day, it's kind of hard to believe that that first year the Detroit Lions was with the university, he negotiated a contract with a handshake. Almost unbelievable, and then followed up with a multi-year contract with the Detroit Lions. They just believed in him, and he was, you know, he's good working with people, and as I said earlier, when he says he's going to get something done, he does, and I think they appreciated that, and so it was a win-win situation for the university, certainly for the Tri-County people, and I think the Detroit Lions as well.
Prior to his passing in October of 2008, a conference room at the RYDER Center was named in his honor. The Bob Becker Endowment Scholarship Fund has raised more than $78,000 to benefit female student athletes at Saginaw Valley. He has touched the lives of literally thousands of scholar athletes over a span of 30 years.
I think in many cases he was like a father figure to a lot of them.
In 2010, Becker was inducted into the first class of the Saginaw Valley State University Athletic Hall of Fame.
I was writing down a few words that would describe Bob, and integrity is right up there at the top. Just strong work ethic and integrity. And what he said, he got done, but he had a high standard that you had to follow to be part of his program.
Through that whole process of Bob and working with all the guys and through the different years with the golf program, he just got to a point where you believed you were one of the best in the country. And I think Bob carried that thought with everything that he did.